Welcome back to another episode of Live Free Read, where I live out of my car full time by choice. I know that sounds crazy, but a lot of y'all understand what I mean when I say when you're sitting in traffic and every single day you're like, why am I doing this? Why am I doing this? This isn't what I was born for. This isn't what I'm meant for. Well, that was me for a long time. And then I finally said enough is enough, and I decided to move out into the mountains. And here I am in Arizona, living out of my car full time and trying to make YouTube content for y'all to enjoy. Hopefully I can grow that into a big community, and maybe I can monetize a channel and it will fund some of what I'm trying to do. With that being said, there's a lot of struggle that comes with this. And most importantly for me is the vehicle. You know, this is my home and this is my transportation. This is everything for me. And been running into some issues lately with the coolant and all of that. I've recently changed out the radiator. Some of you know that. You've been here, you've watched. I changed out the thermostat. Unfortunately, they did not provide me a new gasket for the thermostat, so I don't have a new gasket in there, and that's probably leaking, and still experiencing some issues right now. It seems like I'm not getting the coolant into the engine, so I'm starting to think that maybe my water pump is out. I can order a water pump online for about $65 and I can change it myself. But I don't have a job, and that's by choice as well. You know, I do DoorDash and stuff and I make a little bit of money. I have some friends that allow me to do some work for them and make some cash, and that allows me to get the things that I need to keep on moving forward. But sometimes when you run into an issue with a bigger expense, you put yourself in a little bit of a jam, which is what I foresee happening right now. You know, the uncertainty with my vehicle, this thing could go out any day, it feels like, and it's a lot of pressure. So I'm lucky. My buddy, he needs some help today. So I'm here right now at his barn. We're going to get a couple hours in that will allow me to make some dough, maybe enough money to buy a new water pump. We'll see. But either way, it's part of the journey. I signed up for this. And, you know, some of these little bumps at the beginning are what they are, but they won't be forever. And down the line, things will be nice and smooth, and I'll be making a little bit more money, and I'll be able to take care of these things with a lot more ease. But this is what it is for right now. So this is what the content is for right now. So today, we're going to get some work done here at the barn. Those things have been reinforced, concreted into the ground. I don't think the ones on the other end are. We just got to take down this little run of fence up into that wood post there. These ones aren't. These few over here I can rip out real quick. So I'm just going to rip those out real quick. It shouldn't take me long. It is the next morning. You know, it's funny. I had the GoPro on my head yesterday. Thought I was recording. Both times I activated the camera, all I did was snap a screenshot or a photo. I had it in photo mode, so I didn't record any of what I was doing yesterday, which is all right. We're gonna head back out to the barn today and do a little bit more work anyways. I just left O'Reilly's. I ended up getting this water pump and thermostat gasket maker because, like I said, they didn't give me a new O-ring or gasket when I bought that thermostat for the thermostat housing, so that could be causing a problem. So I'm gonna try making my own gasket with this here. The cool thing is too is I was just able to return a couple parts that I didn't use and put about $30 back on my card, so that's awesome. I could use that. See that puddle right there? That was all my coolant earlier. All right, so down there is the housing for my thermostat, which I had to take out today and put a new seal on it. And of course, when I did that, I must not have put the thermostat back in flush. And we worked for a few more hours, and then I left and drove over here to the store to grab a cold drink, and all of my coolant was just dumping out. I have like PTSD from coolant dripping out of my car at this point. Whenever I got the new radiator, I stopped leaking coolant. But without having a new gasket in my thermostat housing, I know there wasn't a tight seal. So I got this stuff here. Stuff I was talking about earlier, and made a little gasket. And like I said, it was leaking, so I went right back to the barn and took everything apart, scraped it clean, reset the thermostat, reset a bead of the gasket, let it dry for a while, and then I drove to the gym, went and got something to eat, and we're good. We're not leaking. I'm so tired of the leaking coolant, but it's still running a little strange, so still unsure. Hopefully it's just the water pump. Maybe it's just a sensor or a fuse or something, you know what I mean? I don't know. I do have a mobile mechanic who's gonna do me a favor and come check it out for me. He's just super busy right now, and he's doing me a favor, so I'm not looking for him to put whatever he has going on the back burner for me, you know? But it would be cool to have someone else just kind of give me an assessment, what they think is going on. Man, I'm just so tired of the car thing. I love this car. This car has been so good to me, and I love her. And I hope that someday I can just give her all the love that she deserves and make her run great. But in this moment right now, I'm ready to light the thing on fire. I mean, obviously I'm not going to, but who knows? At this rate, this thing might just light itself on fire. I have insurance now, which is great to know. This is all I got. But I'm just gonna post this video as is. I cut my hair today too. I don't think I did too good of a job on this right here. And then the blend on this side is it needs a little work. I'm stuck right now. I can't go far. I can't even get up the hill. It's good where I'm at, because if worse comes to worse and something happens to my car, like I said, I'm in an area where I know some people. I can take my car to their land. They got a shop, a garage, tools, lifts, whatever. I can do what I need to do. If I leave here and venture off and then something happens, I'm at the mercy of a tow truck and a mechanic that I don't know. And I don't have money for that. So just trying to work through this and trying to keep things flowing. I'm trying to keep the YouTube thing flowing because I don't want to drop momentum. But now I'm kind of in a position where I'm not doing camp cooks or anything like that like I envisioned. I can't even get out to the lake. Everything's good. Thank you for watching this video. If you had it, it's a short one, not a whole lot of detail. I apologize. It would have been cool if I had that GoPro thing figured out, but learning curve right there. Now I know next time to double check. But we had a good day today. We got a ton of stuff cleaned up over at the barn, and like I said, I went to the gym, had a workout, just ate. So I'll go to the barn tonight and wake up, make some coffee, and start a new day. I hope you all have a great day. Thanks for watching.